Hello students, I am going to start one interesting chapter, that is chapter 10, light reflection and refraction. For this you do one thing, you take your book and pencil. That is, I will give some important points where you are to mark it. First, you are to know what is light. That is, light is a form of energy, and light, it shows two phenomena, that is reflection and refraction. Beside this, light has its own that is properties. Number one, that is light travels in a straight line. Light always travels in a straight line. Number two, that is light can pass through transparent object, and light turns back through opaque object. That is, here we will discuss about the reflection and refraction of light. Refraction of light. First, what is reflection? That is, reflection means when light falls on an opaque object. It is opaque object, that means it is mirror, wood, or any opaque object. Suppose this is mirror, and when light comes from a source and strike on the opaque object, that is the mirror, and then it turns back, and this turning back of light is called reflection of light. And it follows two laws. That when light comes from the source and shows the reflection, that is, it follows two laws. That is, this is mirror, this is ray coming from the source, and this one is reflected ray which is going through after striking from this mirror. And this ray is called, this ray is coming from the source of light, and this is called incident ray. It is called incident ray. And this point where light is falling or striking, it is called point of incidence. It is called point of incidence. And this ray is turning back, and after reflection it is turning back, and this ray is called reflected ray. This is called reflected ray. That is, this is incident ray, this is point of incidence, and this one is reflected ray. Now if you draw the normal here, that is, we are getting two angles, and this angle is formed by incident ray, point of incidence, and normal, and that is A, B, C and D. Now angle A, B and C, this angle is called small I, that is angle of, this is called angle of incidence, and this angle is formed by reflected ray, normal, and this angle is called, this is D, B, C, this angle is called angle of reflection. And according to this law, that is law of reflection, the first law is given in the book, you see in your book. That is, the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. That is, this angle is equal to this angle. That is, angle I is equal to angle R. And second law, this is the first law. And second law is that that is incident ray, reflected ray, normal and the point of incidence are all in the same side. This is second law. That is, you can mark in your book. That is, here it is in the page number 161. You see the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. This one. And second one, the incident ray, the normal, the mirror at the point of incidence and the reflected ray all lie in the same plane. You underline this. Now, that is, next part is image. That is when light that is reflected, then it forms image. Now, what is an image? Image means when two reflected ray meets at a point. At this point, it forms a structure, and that one is called image. That is, any two reflected ray, only the reflected ray, and meets at a point, then it forms an image. This image, two type of image. Number one is real image, and number two is virtual image. Now, what is real image? That is, you can see the difference between real image and virtual image. Number one, real image is formed by the ray which are actually reflected. Actual reflected rays. That is, it forms an image, and that image is called real image. But virtual image is formed by extended reflected ray. Okay, about this I will explain this one later. And then second point, real image is always inverted. Real image is always inverted, and this one is erect. Inverted means this is opposite, ulta, and erect image is सीधा. Okay, the next one is, and you can get this one in letter also, that is third point you can, that is real image can be formed on a screen and virtual image cannot be formed on a screen. And fourth point is real image is formed by concave mirror and convex lens. Concave mirror and convex lens. And virtual image is formed by convex lens, convex mirror and concave lens. These are the four differences of real image and virtual image. Now, that is about spherical mirrors. Spherical mirrors are also known as curved mirrors. That is, you see in the book, that is what is curved mirror. Here it is written spherical mirror. You can underline it. The most commonly used type of curved mirror is the spherical mirrors. That is, the reflecting surface of such mirrors can be considered to form a part of the surface of a sphere. That is, part of a sphere. That is, it is a sphere. If this part, any part, we use as a mirror, that is spherical mirror. That is what is now, what is spherical mirrors are of two types. Number one, concave, and number two, convex. If this part, that is, this part forms an image, it is called concave mirror, and this part forms an image, it is called convex mirror. That is, you can see that about the definition you underline in page number 161. that is spherical mirrors. Here it is written, the spherical mirrors whose reflecting surface is curved inward, that is faces towards the center of the sphere, is called the concave mirror. This is about concave mirror. And then about convex mirror, it is here a spherical mirror whose reflecting surface is curved outward is called a convex mirror. You underline this one. Now, in a concave mirror or a convex mirror or any spherical mirror, there are some points, not important, that is, it is point, you see some points are there, and these points are all imaginary points. That is, this is a concave mirror. This is concave mirror, and this line which is coming from infinity, imaginary line, and this line is passing through this mirror, and this line is called principal axis. It is called principal axis. And in a principal axis you will get a point, that is, which is the center of the sphere, and this point is called center of curvature. Center of curvature. This is not a sphere, therefore it is a curve, therefore it is the center for this curve, therefore it is called center of curvature. And this point is called pole. This is the pole of the mirror. And in between pole and center of curvature, there is a point called focus. And this part is called aperture. It is called aperture. Now, that is, this one is, and this point, center of curvature, it is, we use one sign, that is C, and for focus it is capital F. Now this distance from pole to the center of curvature, and this is called R, that is radius of curvature. This is called radius of curvature. And this point from pole to the focus, this point is denoted by a small f, and this f is called focal length. It is called focal length. And that is, it is small f and this is capital F. Capital F is focus and small f is focal length. C is center of curvature and this one is radius of curvature. The distance is radius of curvature. That is, radius of curvature is the distance and center of curvature is the point. Here f is the point and small f is the distance. And for the definitions, that is, you see in your book, that is, here it is written, you see, in the page number 162, that is, here it is center of curvature. The reflecting surface of a spherical mirror forms a part of a sphere. The sphere has a center. This point is called the center of curvature of the sphere. You underline this one. And then you will get here, you read the paragraph and you will get about radius of curvature. You are to underline. Then about principal axis. Here this is the principal axis. Here it is radius of curvature. And this one is center of curvature. That is, you underline this. And then about the focus, in this paragraph you will get a number of rays. This is rays parallel to the principal axis are falling on a concave mirror. That is, here about this picture, and the point is called the principal focus of the concave mirror. The definition of the principal focus of the concave mirror and convex mirror, it will be little different. You see here and mark it. And now we will see here one important, very important point here. There is a relation between, that is R and F. The relation is that this is R and F. There is a relation. The relation is that this distance is equal to the twice of this distance. That means R is equal to 2F, or F is equal to R by 2. If this distance is 10 centimeter and this distance will be 5 centimeter. This is the relation. And for today, this much is enough. And that is the next part, that is I will explain later. Thank you.